What's up, YouTube? I am Adam Davis, and I am the average snake keeper. It's been a little while, but I had to show you guys this girl. This is Sindel, and she is the newest girl in my collection. She is as you can see, another DUMERILS boa. So I finally got myself a female, which I've been wanting to get for a while to kind of help complete the collection as far as, you know, my other DUMERILS goes, to get myself a breeding pair, and this makes my second official breeding pair. First being the Sumatran shorttails, and now DUMERILS boas, which I'm stoked about. This girl, however, I'm getting used to her. She's getting used to me. I have had her for about a week, and let me tell you, she's a little jittery, and she's tagged me. Second day I had her out. I was fixing up some stuff in her enclosure, and I had her out, and she was, just like this, real calm, chill, and I must have moved my hand in front of her face in a way that just spooked her a little bit, and before I knew it, she just instantly reached out and tagged my thumb. So now we're on a relationship where she's bitten me. And man, it didn't hurt. It left one tiny little pinprick. And she didn't latch on to me and she didn't wrap me like she was biting. She didn't kind of hold on to the bite like she was, trying to hurt me. She didn't bite again. She went right back to just being nice and slow. But let me tell you, I'm keeping my thumb away from her. I'm being real careful. This isn't going to be a snake that I let get close to my face. I'm going to slowly build a working relationship with her. She gets real spooked when you open up her tub to grab her. She kind of pokes out a little curious, but the second you go to touch her and get her, she jerks back and gets a little skittish, which, since this snake has tagged me, then I get skittish, and that's not good. I want to confidently reach in and just get her. But overall, she, you can see her kind of moving around. She moves real slow, and that's the total opposite of how you've seen my bigger male move. I can hear her I can't tell if she just made a little hiss or a puff or what. So I'm not going to have her out long. What I'm going to do is just show her off just a little bit, and I'm going to show how she moves. And I'm going to grab Shao Kahn and kind of show you the difference between how I handle her and how I handle him. My plan right now is to have short handling sessions with her to start to kind of begin to build that working relationship between the two of us. So basically, I'm going to take her out just for 5 to 10 minutes tops, and hopefully get to the point where, she's not biting, she's not hissing, she's just kind of coming out, poking around. Hopefully I'll take her out next time without her getting spooked and me getting spooked. Hey, she's gorgeous. She's so beautiful. She has these beautiful, beautiful pinks. I don't know if the camera will absolutely pick that up or not, around her face, that are just so gorgeous. She has a lot of peachy colors. Yeah, you can kind of see that now. God, she's so gorgeous. She's going to be an absolutely stunning animal after she grows. Their colors do tend to change just a little bit as they age. She's about 2.5, maybe 3 feet, and I would gauge her at, I have no idea. I would say she is 1 to 2 years old. If I had a snake this size, I would like to say that she would be around 2 years old, maybe even 3, 2.5 or 3. But I got her from a reptile shop where they said this was a kid's pet, and that this kid sold them back to the reptile shop that they bought it from, saying they didn't like her because she didn't move around like a ball python. So I'm thinking they sold her back because she's jittery and maybe she bit somebody. So we'll see. Yeah, how you doing? She seems okay though. I think this animal is young enough, like I said, no matter what, that if I put in a little bit of work with her, I'm hoping that she should be fine and she should be tame. You know, this is kind of tends to be, I think, what her personality is. Once you get her out, is mostly slow moving, pretty curious. You know, I think she'll be easy to read if she does get stressed. So I'm not afraid that I'm going to have some 6, 7, 8 foot, you know, monster with a bad attitude. But man, I'm enamored with her. She's so gorgeous. But I am going to put her back. So like I said, I think she is, the only reason like I said, she might be a year old is if she was a kid's pet. I have no idea if they, you know, maybe just straight up power fed her to get this big in that little of a time. Would like to give it the benefit of the doubt and say that this snake was fed appropriate size meals and grown slowly, but you know, I don't know that everybody has the kind of information and care that most reptile keepers do who would be keeping a boa like this. They really should be growing slow. So I would say a snake this big should be 2 to 3 years. Definitely probably around 2 is good. But like I said, if, you know, some little girl had it and was feeding it the biggest mouse or rat she could, you know, find for it every week, then, you know, she could easily be 6 months to a year. Who knows? Anyway, this is Sindel, and she's amazing. We're going to put her back now. Come on, girl. Come on, girl. Yeah. You are in an awkward spot. Yes, you are. I'm being real careful to keep my thumb and my hand underneath her head so that it doesn't get in front of her and she doesn't get spooked like that. Kind of just letting her go where she wants to go. And that's the strategy for avoiding a bite. And then, like I said, as long as I can kind of do that, have some short, positive handling sessions with her, teach her that I'm okay, my scent is okay, me taking her out isn't going to involve her getting hurt, I think we'll be good. Say bye. Plunk. So here's my big boy. I love him so much. And if you can see, he is much darker than she is. And now the comparison that I wanted to make. Hey, bud. I'm not afraid of him at all. Hey, buddy. Was going to be how he moves compared to her and how I have to handle him compared to her. What are you doing? What are you doing? Huh, bud? Oh, buddy? I've had a couple years to get to know this animal. What are you doing? Still, in general, a good practice would be don't let a big snake stick its face in your face. About the only snake that I kind of let do that is my common boa, Dutch. Just because of that one, like, I really know him. But Chow here, there's like Not a defensive bone in his body. But he is being super cooperative today. He's not normally usually this slow and this chill. You guys have usually, I think, seen, if you've watched any other video that he's in, where I have to kind of treadmill with him. So he's usually squirming all over the place, and I've got to really keep track of where he's going. But right now, he's being real good, just kind of chilling with me. But either way, there's the difference between, so he's about 7 years old now. And like I said, there's your difference between a, we'll call it anywhere from 1 to 3 year old female and a 7-year-old male. And I think for 7, he is a very healthy size and weight. And Xiao, he's probably about 5'3". I would say a male could be anywhere from his size to maybe around 6 feet. That's probably what you're looking at for a male. Some may get to 7, but males probably are usually topping out at around 5 or 6 feet. Females, some will get to 7 or 8 feet. I've seen some that claim to be more like 8 or 9, but in general, this species you're looking at around boa imperator sizes. So like males about 5 or 6, females about 6 or 7, big ones about 8. So it's kind of what you're looking for with this snake. So they're big enough for people to be like, whoa, it's a big snake, but they're not so big that you can't safely handle one by yourself. What are you doing, buddy? He's being so good. I can't get over how good he's being. But I love just everything about this species. They're my favorite snakes, just hands down. Hands down. Look at that face. It's like a dinosaur. They're so cool. All right, I'm gonna put him back too, and there's really nothing I think new that I need to say about the species or anything like that. All I really wanted to do was just show off the new acquisition. So, Bud. And I'm real proud of this guy here. He's usually just like super in motion, not usually so slow moving and tame. He's being the best he's probably ever been on camera for me. But honestly, I've had him for 2 years, and that's the one thing that gives me real confidence about working with that little girl. Is he was super skittish when I got him, and he still can be a pain. Like when I take him out for cleaning and I plop him on the bed, he doesn't like to just sit still anymore. He's like, oh boy, let me get in trouble. Let me get in trouble while you clean. But this animal, as far as being able to handle him and him kind of letting me pick him up and just, you know, have him out and do stuff like this, he doesn't care anymore. He's that skittishness of kind of being handled, and I think having a new owner, because I got him as an adult, as a rehome. I got him when he was 5. So he's 7 now, and I've, you know, been working with him for a couple of years. And I think that would be a video I'd like to do a little bit of a topic on, but his personality has changed, and I now have, like I said, what I would call, you know, the snake doesn't trust me or know me or something like that. But what we've done is kind of build a working relationship. You know, he's been kind of conditioned to be used to me and how I handle him and my scents and living in the enclosure that I've put him in and all that kind of stuff. So now, you know, in general, this animal is more relaxed around me. So I think I can do the same with the younger boa. You know, if I could do one with an animal that's already was this old and had lived, you know, to maturity and been raised from a baby to an adult with someone else in their house, and I could get to that point where, you know, he's like that with me, I think I can easily do that with the little jittery girl there. So Yeah. But he's making a liar out of me. Whoop. You're all right, bud. Today he's the one who's just chilling in my arms and barely moving, and she was the one who got kind of to be a little bit of a handful to keep track of. Yep, now off he goes. So, all right. These are my DUMERILS boas, and my official second male and female potential breeding pair. So, breeding is something that is a goal for me, something I'd like to try my hand at. But yeah, this is more like him. This is more like him. Handling him is an activity. It's not something that you can passively do. But like I said, it's a goal, but not something that I necessarily know I'm going to do. So the idea would be raise up, these young snakes to the point where they are ready to be bred, and then at that point I'll see where my life is at and see if it is something that I still have interest in doing, or that I am financially prepared to do and equipped to do, or if I am at a point in life where let's say I'm married or dating somebody and they're like, hey man, I don't mind you having the snakes, but I'm not thrilled about breeding them. You never know where life is going to take you. So at the very least, I at least know I will have invested time in certain species that I want to keep, and I'll have a few that are really cool for that. Yep. All right, buddy. Curious little bugger. He's such a good boy. Let's get you back too, huh? I just love these snakes. That's it. They're my favorite. There's no question down. I don't know if I could name an individual favorite snake of mine. That kind of changes depending on which one I'm holding. But as far as which species is my favorite, it's easily these. Without a doubt. It's DUMERILS boas. Alright guys, let's end this video before I just ramble. Peace out guys. I'm Adam Davis. I'm the Average Snake Keeper.